mine really wanted to meet my brother, and she was pretty hot after him, and after all, he is a pretty nice-looking guy. And she had begged me to introduce her to him, and I said, oh, you know, I don't know, but I said, I do know how picky my brother is, and he really likes it when he can get a woman to come over and clean his apartment up because he was such a slob. And I said, well, you know, if you want a good recommendation for me, I'm going to have to know how well you can clean. So I said, here's what we can do. I said, for 3 weeks, I'll need you to come over and clean up my house so that way when I talk to him about you, I can certainly be truthful and say, wow, this woman really knows her stuff and knows how to use a broom. Well, she agreed to it, and I thought, okay, she must really want to meet this brother of mine. So I said, fine. We made arrangements, and she came over, and she cleaned my house, and it was spotless. I mean, spotless. And I thought, whoa, this chick is serious. She really wants to meet him. She looked at me and I said, yeah, well, you know, our bargain was that you come over for 3 weeks. So I know how sometimes those people can be. They'll clean your house and make it look spotless and spick and span and then kind of slack off a couple of weeks after that. And I thought, I'm not having no part of that. So I said, see you next week. She came over next week and it was cleaner than it was the week before. It was so clean and I thought, my goodness, I wish I had made a deal for about 6 months. Well, I thought, oh boy. 3rd week she came back over and sure enough came back and again she outdid herself this time. Cleaned that place so clean even my husband said he'd consider hiring her. She came up to me and she said, well, how'd I do? And I said, excellent, excellent. And she said, so when are you going to hook me up with your brother? And I thought, I had forgotten about that part of the deal, and here I had already profited from the deal by letting her clean for me because, see, I let her do it for free so that she could show me how well of a cleaner she was. So I thought, well, certainly I have to give her something back. And I did forget to tell her that he was already engaged. And so I thought, well, what the heck? So I called my brother and I said, hey, I've got a little deal over here for you. I said, I've got somebody who's really interested in you. She thinks you're pretty cute and she's beautiful. And I have to tell you, I can recommend her to clean your place up like you'll never believe because she cleaned my place. And boy, this girl can really clean, and I know how much you like to have a clean place. And he said, look, I don't need any more headaches. I already have one. We're engaged, and I just don't need any more headaches. I'm not looking. No, no, no. You're not going to be fixing me up with anybody. And I said, oh, come on. Man, this girl did this house cleaning for 3 weeks. I can't tell her no now. You just got to meet her. He said, the things you get me into. I said, come on, just one night. I said, I'll tell you what, we even go out as a foursome. My husband and I will go, and you and she can go, and all you have to do is talk, and that's it. And if you're not interested, then, oh, well, I got a clean house. Okay, he said, I'll do it this time just because you stuck your big old foot in your mouth and did something that you didn't even know you could do. I said, well, I knew you'd come through for me. So, sure enough, we all went out to dinner, and it was unbelievable how attracted he was to her. He said he didn't even care if she could clean the house. Well, I thought, oh goodness, thanks for saying that. So one thing led to another, and before you knew it, they were married. He really liked her. And the other thing that's pretty remarkable is now she has her own cleaning business. So I guess I really was instrumental in her starting her own business. Because without me, I don't think she would have done it.